Hello everyone, I'm Maki. Today we are going to analyze the battle from Seed Freedom. This time we will focus on Lunamaria Hawk. She's Shinosuke's partner and an ace pilot for Compass. Today we are going to break down the performance of the Sword Impulse Gundam. This is the form of the Impulse Gundam Spec 2, refurbished in orb and equipped with the sword silhouette. With its impressive appearance of massive swords, there are countless moments where Lunamaria's exceptional skills shine. By the way, the Black Knight squad is approaching your home. But don't worry! You can give the Sword Impulse to Lunamaria and ask for reinforcements. Press the subscribe button to start the sword silhouette. A laser pointer is now aimed at your house. Please act quickly! The Impulse Gundam Spec 2 removes the brass silhouette and equips the sword silhouette. Although it may seem like a minor detail, when the brass silhouette is removed, the phase shift armor of the Impulse Gundam is temporarily cut off. This state is called phase shift down. In Seed Destiny, the phase shift armor remains active even during the silhouette change. In Seed Freedom, however, the phase shift armor is temporarily disabled when switching silhouettes. This feature of cutting off the phase shift armor during equipment changes is similar to the Strike Gundam. The Striker Pack system contains spare energy packs that allow energy to be replenished during equipment changes. The Silhouette system, on the other hand, does not have spare energy packs. Unfortunately, neither the Super Encyclopedia released on December 16 nor the official reference book Sword of Compass released on December 25 provides any explanation of this feature. The only mention of energy is that the Impulse Gundam Spec 2 has been upgraded with the latest battery-powered engine. Cutting phase shift armor on the battlefield is a significant risk as it reduces defensive capabilities. So why would such a risky maneuver be necessary to temporarily cut the phase shift armor? Given that Morgan late in orb handled the refurbishment, it is possible that technologies from the Striker Pack system were adapted. This interpretation suggests that the Silhouette system is equipped with a backup power pack and that the temporary power cut is necessary when it is connected to the Impulse Gundam. This would allow for an extended battle time, making it a plausible explanation. However, this remains speculation. Another possibility is that this feature is a result of modifications to the variable phase shift armor. The Impulse Gundam Spec 2 adjusts its variable phase shift armor to the optimal configuration for each silhouette. For the Sword Impulse, the entire body turns red. In the Astray series, it is explained that red is the result of power-up unleashed for close combat against enemies. The interpretation that a temporary power cut is necessary to optimize the variable phase shift armor for each silhouette may also be reasonable. Of course, this is just speculation. Let's look forward to more detailed settings being revealed in the future. Another crucial point is Lunamaria's decision to immediately disengage the brass silhouette and switch to the sword silhouette. In the Gundam series, it is often mentioned that the proper switching of complex equipment requires exceptional judgment on the part of the pilot, and under the extreme conditions of the battlefield, it places considerable mental stress on him. For example, in 0083, Cole Rocky is shown to be both physically and mentally exhausted when he pilots the Gundam GP-03, which is equipped with a large number of complex weapons. For Compass, which operates with extremely limited forces, the brass silhouette, a powerful artillery system, is an invaluable weapon. Upon hearing the information that the Black Knights are approaching Lunamaria's decision to switch to the sword silhouette shows excellent judgment. The situation is somewhat reminiscent of Amuro-Ray's famous moment when he discarded his beam rifle during his intense battle with the formidable Rumble Rao. However, Lunamaria has never directly engaged the Black Knight Squad in combat. Her knowledge of their combat capabilities is based solely on footage and data gathered by Hilda's Gyan Strom and Asran's Sugok. Analyzing the enemy's combat capabilities and deciding on equipment changes instantly shows why Lunamaria is considered an ace pilot. The battle between Destiny Gundam and the Black Knight Squad begins. We've created a separate program dedicated to this battle, so please check it out if you're interested. Although the Impulse Gundam isn't heavily involved in the battle, Lunamaria's actions have a significant impact. Have you noticed? During the battle with the Black Knight Squad, not a single unmanned mobile suit provides support. Although they use targeting lasers to aim at the Destiny Gundam, no supportive attacks with missiles or machine guns are fired. According to the official reference materials, the laser pointer is a missile guidance device. In other words, if all the unmanned mobile suits equipped with missiles have been shot down, the laser pointer serves no purpose whatsoever. In addition, this scene highlights a weakness of the Accord. The Accord has the strengths of being able to read the human mind. However, unmanned mobile suits being machines naturally have no minds. What if they were working alongside human allies? If they could hear the voices of their comrades, it would be immediately clear that rocket support is impossible. But since they were used to relying on unmanned mobile suits, the lack of a pilot's voice from the supporting units had become their norm. As a result, they performed the meaningless action of directing a laser pointer. This scene of the Destiny Gundam's heroic efforts also subtly reveals both the effects of Lunamaria's decisions and the critical weakness of the Accord. The scene shifts. Lunamaria encounters Agnes, who is piloting the Gyan Strom. The Gyan immediately launches an attack with its chest-mounted beam Gatling launcher. The Impulse Gundam transforms its shield, extending its defensive range to block the beams. This is a mechanism that was not used in the TV anime. Let's focus on Lunamaria's piloting here. While blocking the beams, she gradually moves to the left, reducing the size of the shield. At the same time, she then moves the body of the Gundam out of the path of the beam cannon and begins to prepare to use the Excalibur. Instead of just defending against the enemy's attacks, she is simultaneously preparing her next move. When Lunamaria first reunited with Agnes, she expressed joy in her voice. However, immediately after being attacked, she made a calm and decisive decision as a soldier to initiate her counterattack. The blade of the Excalibur collides with the Falk beam axe. This moment contradicts the commonly discussed rate among Sith fans that in the Sith universe, beam saber blades do not collide. Director Fukuda stated in the second half of the battles in Sith Freedom, we prioritized intensity over detail. It seems that the battle between the Impulse Gundam and the Gyan was also the result of this prioritization. So far, there is no mention in the official reference materials of a change in the specifications of the beam saber blades. Lunamaria pushes the Gyan away, creating some distance. At that moment, the Gyan momentarily loses his balance. It is possible that Lunamaria, judging that a direct power struggle with the Gyan would be detrimental, intentionally pushed the Gyan back. In the promotional video for Freedom Zero, there's a scene where the Gyan pushes the Strike Freedom away. This suggests that the Gyan Storm, as a new model of mobile suit, may have an advantage in raw power. The Impulse Gundam, being an older and less advanced model, compared to the Strike Freedom, might indeed be at a power disadvantage against the Gyan. What follows is a humorous verbal sparring match between Agnes and Lunamaria. In the midst of an advanced battle, using the latest mobile suits, their adorable argument, which revolves around romantic matters, as a comedic touch. This scene reminds me of a moment in the Macross series, specifically Macross Plus. In that series, top pilots flying state-of-the-art weapons get into a ridiculous argument about how many times you bought each other lunch in high school while firing missiles at each other, a similarly comedic moment. Agnes becomes enraged when Lunamaria remarks that Kira doesn't even take you seriously. Whether this was a genuine comment reflecting Lunamaria's feelings or a tactical move to confuse Agnes mentally is unclear. Either way, it succeeds in disrupting Agnes' composure. Agnes then initiates an attack with the Slayer Whip. This weapon is ideal for attacking enemies at a greater distance than an axe or sword can reach. Agnes will analyze the distance to her opponent and choose the appropriate weapon. But do you remember? That distance was intentionally set by Lunamaria. Agnes has walked into a trap carefully set by Lunamaria. Lunamaria intercepts the Slayer Whip's attack with the Excalibur. The Excalibur is damaged and discarded. Why didn't she defend with the shield? The Slayer Whip is a weapon that can channel electricity on contact, targeting internal systems as well as the pilot. As a member of Campus, Lunamaria would be well aware of this feature. By absorbing the impact with the Excalibur and immediately discarding it, she avoids the electrical attack. The image clearly shows the electrical discharge occurring in empty space, far away from the Impulse Gundam. Lunamaria immediately launches a flash H-beam boomerang attack. The fact that she acts without hesitation and maintains her stance suggests that losing Excalibur was within her expectations. She throws the two beam boomerangs in the linked state. This technique existed in earlier settings, but was never shown in the TV anime. Previously, it was described as a form that can have a greater physical impact. However, in Seed Freedom, the boomerangs separate in mid-flight, creating beam brace. This mid-flight separation feature is new and was not part of the previous flashlight settings. Detailed explanations of this feature are not yet available in the official reference materials. Lunamaria may be using it with the Dragoon system. This scene also shows an interesting phenomenon. There is a moment when a beam braid seems to fly separately from the main body of the flash edge. This is probably a manufacturing error. However, if we were to interpret it as intentional, it would mean that the flash edge can detach its beam braid and send it flying independently. What do you think? Well, it's probably just a glitch. The scene shifts. The Gyan is pulling back the Slayer Whip. A weakness of the Slayer Whip is that it has to be pulled back toward the user after an attack. As a campus pilot, Lunamaria was well aware of this weakness. Meanwhile, the beam boomerang flies close to the Slayer Whip. It's hidden behind the Slayer Whip, approaching the Gyan undetected. Lunamaria cleverly uses the enemy's own attack to create a favorable situation for herself. Agnes decides to defend with her shield. Although she also has a beam axe, which could have been used to deflect the beam boomerang, she chooses to use the shield instead. This may be because the Slayer Whip obscure the exact location of the beam boomerang. Alternatively, deflecting the boomerang may require an exceptionally skilled pilot, such as Afran, to be successful. In addition, although the Gyan's shield is equipped with a beam saber and a rotating mechanism, Agnes does not use them. It's possible that she was too busy retracting the Slayer whip, protecting herself with the shield, and unsure of the exact location of the beam boomerang. This moment clearly illustrates Agnes' lack of experience. Had an experienced pilot like Maki or Asran been in control of the Gyan, the beam boomerang would likely have been precisely neutralized. The Gyan defends against the beam boomerang with its shield. Lunamaria's true target, however, was not the shield. Instead, she destroyed the handle of the beam axe. Amazingly, she even took into account the change in the boomerang's trajectory that would occur when it came into contact with the shield when attacking. It seems that the Sword Impulse's beam boomerang lacks the power to destroy the Gyan shield. Upon closer inspection, the beam boomerang that made contact with the handle of the beam axe is also damaged. This suggests that the Gyan's weapons, as part of a new mobile suit, are probably more robust than those of the Impulse Gundam. With the beam axe destroyed, the Gyan loses its balance significantly. A closer look reveals that its cockpit is now highly exposed and vulnerable. If the beam boomerang could actually be controlled by the Dragoon system, Lunamaria could have chosen to target the cockpit directly. Instead, she chooses to destroy the Slayer whip. Her actions clearly demonstrate that her primary goal is to disable her opponent's combat capabilities, not cause unnecessary damage. This decision reflects Lunamaria's growth as a pilot. Remember the final battle in Sea Destiny. Lunamaria attacked Afran in anger, remembering Mayrin's question, "Why are you fighting?" but losing her composure and striking out in frustration. In Seed Freedom, however, she demonstrates calm judgment and focuses solely on neutralizing Agnes's combat abilities. While her relationship with Agnes may not be ideal, it's clear that Lunamaria still values her as a friend and former classmate to some degree. With both mounted weapons destroyed, the Gyan's cockpit is even more exposed to the impact. The Impulse Gundam is equipped with chest-mounted machine guns, an additional armament that becomes highly effective when combined with Lunamaria's exceptional marksmanship. We'll delve into this aspect in a program dedicated to the analysis of Force Impulse battles. Although Lunamaria had the means to target the Gyan's cockpit, she refrained from attacking. That kind of restraint is something that can only be exercised when there's a significant difference in skill level. Throughout the battle, Lunamaria calmly anticipated Agnes' actions and responded with precision. As expected, Lunamaria's combat experience and expertise, honed by constant frontline engagement, far surpassed those of Agnes. At this point, the scene shifts to battles involving other characters. When the focus returns to the Sword Impulse, it appears to be equipped with railguns. Running out of power, the phase shift armor is deactivated. After eliminating numerous enemies in its Blast Impulse configuration and battling the Gyan, the Impulse Gundam appears to have exhausted its energy reserves. And so the battle of the Sword Impulse comes to an end. In the Gundam series, red mobile suits are often a symbol of ace pilots. The Sword Impulse Gundam Spec 2 is undoubtedly the Red Comet of the Cosmic Era. Do you think Lunamaria was more like Shar-Aznavour, or maybe full frontal? Interestingly, the term full frontal can also mean without clothes. From that perspective, considering that Lunamaria had a shower scene, it might be more appropriate to call her the successor to Full Frontal rather than Char. We are also planning to produce a program analyzing the battles of Force Impulse. Look forward to it! Thank you for watching until the end. See you next time!